Hello everybody and welcome back to Broken Brand, and today we're going to be looking at an RPG that is going to be releasing later this month, October 24th, to Switch, PlayStation, and Steam. And I came across this while looking into more RPGs that I can play on my PC, and I'll talk a little bit more about how I think I'm going to play this depending on how I like it. So let's just take a look at the trailer and kind of get a look at what this game is.
Why are you here? I have been branded an enemy of the kingdom. Casting your lot in with me will not change that. The portal is activating. No. This is not the end! You will pay dearly for your crimes. Our revenge will be absolute!
What is going on?
Brother!
Victor!
Father, my flowing slash found its mark. And yet...
Kazinzi, you will pay for your crimes.
I have inherited the memories and abilities of my father! Face it, Kazinzi! You cannot win!
Okay, I don't take orders from anyone.
I shall not rest until the land is able to know peace.
No enemy is too strong for me. Let us take to the skies.
New weapons and armor make for a strong empire.
My captivating dance shall confuse our enemies.
My answer is what can wait. The wave comes but once a generation.
My ultimate objective is to be the strongest warrior.
The deft movement of one pawn can turn the tide of an entire battle.
What am I? Chopped liver?
See, when I watched this trailer earlier, I was like, okay, they said his name like he was the enemy, and so maybe that's part of the story, that they perceive him as enemy and he was, falsely accused or things like that. But I was like, oh, that's the same guy they just mentioned, right? I don't know. The story looks good. The graphics look good, and I'm intrigued. So let's keep watching.
We have always stuck together through thick and thin, siblings united.
We must become more than humans were ever meant to be.
I know. The time is upon us, at last.
They lost their way. Now they are a horde of fiends with untold power on a quest for revenge. In order to free the world from the threat posed by the seven heroes, you must successfully destroy their corporeal forms.
Tis time to part.
Too late to run!
I've got it!
Forebears, you have seen us through much.
The gameplay, the attacks and combo attacks look really cool, really fascinating, and just like a well done RPG. And I know this is a series, and I've never heard of this series because, hey, like I've mentioned before, I had a long hiatus of gaming, and now that I'm getting back into it, I'm looking for RPGs because they're my favorite. And this looks so good.
Pray watch over us a little longer.
It's time we put an end to this.
Once and for all!
So this is coming out October 24th. Like I said, to Steam, PlayStation, and Switch, and Xbox just missed out on this one. Not sure why. But Square Enix, who's done amazing RPGs throughout its inception. I remember when it was just Square. And this looks good. And there is a demo on Steam. I'm probably not going to play it this weekend. I'm probably going to do a live stream of Dragon Quest 13 since it is on sale on Steam, and if I like it, I'll get it. So I'll do a playthrough of that. But I am going to do a playthrough of the demo for this before it's released to determine how I purchase this. And what I mean by that is I did play Metaphor, and man, I got a lot of downvotes and hate because I didn't like it. And what I mean by I didn't like it, I didn't like the fact that the demo was 6 hours and 5 hours of it was watching something. Now, if I could get it on my Switch and play just laying down on my couch with a movie in the background, I'd probably play it. But it's sitting at my PC, just sitting there watching, that's not for me. I'm not saying I hate the game. I thought the story's intriguing. That's not for me. Similarly, if this is the same vein, where it's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of story right at the beginning, where I'm going to have to sit through hours of story and very little gameplay, I'm going to go the Switch route. If it's not, I'm going to go the Steam route. And I may buy a copy just to have a copy on the Switch if I go the Steam route. But if it is more cutscene than actual gameplay in the majority of the demo, I'm going to go Switch. And if it's not, if it's a little bit of story, a little bit of cutscene, a little bit of playing, if it's at least 50-50, great. That's what I'm here for. I want to play a game. I don't want to watch a movie and be interactive in it. And it's just a lot of, when I talk to people online, on Twitter about it and stuff, and on Reddit, and just looking at different places, man, I got so much hate because I didn't absolutely think this was the great Metaphor was the greatest thing. Well, I'm sorry. I've got time and I've got to do things, and I can't sit there and watch movies when I'm trying to game because that's what I'm there to do in this game. That's my preference. I'm not saying Metaphor is a bad game. I thought it was good. Romancing the Saga looks very good. Looks very similar to Visions of Mana I'm playing now, and it's wonderful. The gameplay, the RPG looks good, looks similar. It actually, the battles look better than what I see in Visions of Mana, but it's probably, the positions look more static. Like you get your people set up, kind of like in Metaphor and Persona. You set up where your position of your people are, and then you attack. Visions of Mana is kind of, the characters can move and attack in different ways, and it's different, but it's not. Neither one is better, in my opinion. It's just different, and I think we can agree that hey, there's games that are out there that you don't like because of certain aspects don't appeal to you, and there's also games out there that are just obviously bad all around. I'm not saying when I did Metaphor that it was bad all around. I just, that style is just not for me. And if that's what Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven is, that's a Switch thing. Because if I'm going to sit there and watch, I want to lay down and watch 6 hours of movie and not sit up and have my back hurting. Sorry, I'm an old dude. I'm old. Sitting around at my desk and just literally having the controller sit in my lap was just not for me. Now, if I'm going to sit there and watch it, I'm going to lay down. So that's my take on it. And maybe some people that didn't like my take on Metaphor can maybe understand it better now. That's not my preference. This looks like a great game. This looks like it's fun. That's something I'd enjoy. Just everything I see. I thought the same with Metaphor. And so I don't know. That's why I'm going to play the demo on Steam. So I can just download it, play it on my Steam. And if I don't like it, I install it. Don't worry about taking up space on my Switch, doing the demo that way. And that way I can determine how I want to purchase this game. And this is one of those things that I'm really getting into, is just starting to play demos of games that look good. And I like the fact that they're putting out there's so many demos for so many different games, because that way, boom, I can test them. Hey, this is great. I don't want to pay $60 and be like, this is really not what I wanted, or this is not what's good for me. So I'm excited to play the demo because it looks fantastic. It does. And I just want people to understand that when I criticize Metaphor and whether or not I criticize this one, it's not because I think the game is bad. When it's because this is my style of gaming. I'm sorry, that's just me. Hey, maybe if I was 20 years younger, I might see it differently. But that's my take on it. So, it's not RPGs are fun and I do love it for the story. But I like the story to build and unfold as I play. I just don't want hours of exposition, then play, and story unfolds a little bit as I play. I like it slowly revealing itself. That's the kind of game I like. That style I like. I'm hoping that's what Romancing Saga is, and I know it's a series of games, and I'd like to get into. If I get into the series, it's going to be based on this game alone. So it's just kind of like I'm not pick. I did purchase Persona 5 Strikers, I believe, because it was on sale, and I thought, oh sweet, it's really cheap right now. It's like 80% off, and now I'm kind of like, that's probably just going to sit in my Steam library for a very long time before I spin that thing up, and it's just because that's my style. So it's not to say I hate it. It's to say it's not my cup of tea. That's it. So I'm excited for this game. I will be doing a live stream of the demo, um, depending on how long the demo for Dragon Quest 13 is. Maybe this weekend, if not this weekend, the next, because I want to play the demo before it's released, uh, just so I can have it in my head what this looks like. So tell me what you thought. If you've played any of these games, please let me know what you think below. Please let me know if it's a lot of exposition, a lot of cutscenes. Just kind of give me a heads up, see what I'm walking into, and please like and subscribe. Uh, I'd like to get monetized eventually. It's not for fame and fortune. It's just so I can get a better mic or upgrade my controller from my $13 Xbox controller I bought for my PC. It's the little things. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just trying to improve what I'm doing and having fun. And I've enjoyed all those that have come into my live streams for Visions of Mana lately. You guys been great, and I enjoy talking and chatting with you, and I can't wait to see more of you out there. Let's nerd out, let's have fun, and as always, my friends, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.